Hello and welcome to Justin Gaming's Gaming Beyond series. My name is Kennedy and I'm going to bring you a little bit of information on the TERA Online Closed Beta Test 2. They opened up the floodgates to their PvP server and I joined in, created myself a little berserker, and leveled from 1 to 25. Before we begin, let me explain to you how this PvP mechanic works. They have what's called an Outlaw System. At level 11, you get a skill once you enter into the main town, and this skill allows you, when out in the open world, to activate it, and within about a second, you are now flagged red. And when I say flagged red, you're flagged red to everyone. What does this mean? Everyone else turns flagged red to you, so you may go and openly attack anyone around you. Now, this system over the weekend had presented some fun occurrences and some questionable situations. So I'm going to bring you the good and the bad about this weekend's Closed Beta Test 2 PvP system. And we're going to start off with the bad because you know everybody loves that. So let's take a first look at level and gear difference. Now, just like in any other MMORPG out there right now, it seems that level and gear always wants to play a huge factor into the game. I do not favor this as a PvP gamer, but it's there, and in TERA it is blatantly there. Only a 2-level difference and you can be killed in only a few shots. And I don't mean just simply from someone the same size, same power as you, same shots. I mean there's a mage and they killed me in 4 shots while I'm wearing heavy armor. Now, it's very questionable on how balanced everything is at level 25 and 27 regarding the fact that the Korea PvP it actually did not start till level 50, and if I am not mistaken. So it was never designed to be happening this early in the game. So all of you people over here on the west coast, over in the west part of the world I should say, should have to just get used to it because we let them westernize the game for us. We wanted PvP early, and you know what? I'd rather have the PvP early with some imbalance than have to wait till level 50. Now, let's talk about safe zones. In the game, there are plenty of safe zones. Safe zones are basically anywhere there is a pile of NPCs, and there are a lot of pile of NPCs in this game, let me tell you about that. So, what is wrong with the safe zones, you ask? Aren't they safe? I mean, I can run and I can hide there. I don't have to worry about if I'm getting ganked. Guess what? It's not for the innocent. The safe zones are being exploited by any of the outlaws. What they're doing is they're fighting outside of the cities, creating themselves outlaws. I have no problem with this. That is perfectly fine. You know what? Get up a group of people, go out there and kill the outlaws. Except for the fact that the outlaws, once they get low on health, can turn back around, run in the city, and they're safe. Yes, they are safe. There are no guards to kill them. You cannot attack them. There is nothing you can do. So en masse, you need to take a look at this and fix this little bit of your system. Make them attackable. Make something to where we can attack them. They can attack us back if we do so. But they should not be able to use that. And let's add to that fact that healers are able to stay inside the city, and if they are within range, they can heal their little allies outside the city without ever being endangered. Just not a system that we want to see, and it's going to be exploited left and right by PvP fanatics. Let's jump on over to the idea of kiting and long fights, specifically in a one-on-one situation. What are we talking about here in these one-on-one situations? Well, let's look at the fact that in these situations, people can heal themselves or use pots. Pots have a low cooldown, almost 30 seconds on some of the lower end pots, and they heal you quite significantly at level 25 range. So we're going to have to figure out an issue with that. I had an 8-minute long battle, and it could have lasted longer. I just ran out of pots. And I'm sure the enemy was about 2-2, and then someone else joined in, and they killed me. That's not all, though. We're not done with the bad. We've got channel hopping. That's right. If you open up your channel system in TERA and you start running around and get into a fight, as long as you had it opened up before you started the fight, you can click on a channel and escape. So don't worry if you're about to be killed. Click that channel and jump on over to a different channel, and voila, you just saved yourself after you started a fight. Now, of course, the same mechanic can be used if you're trying to escape a fight, but, you know, people don't use it that way. If there is a system already in place to where you cannot be opened if you start the fight and then you haven't opened up the channel system yet, but it seems like there's a flaw that you can have it open and it doesn't close on you when you start fighting. So you need to figure out something like that. I'm sure en masse sees this. They're probably going to solve this. Now let's jump on over to the good. I know I've spent a lot of time on the bad, but let's get to the good. First off, boys and girls, all fans of open world PvP, it does exist. Yes, it does. It exists here in TERA, and it is fun. I felt like I could finally control the outcome of a fight or flight situation. You have the opportunity to run, and it is, if you need to, get away. If you don't want to, take it out and fight them. It's your choice. You have more control over your character than you probably have in many other MMORPGs, and it is a blast. For all you worrying about the rooting animations, well, don't worry about that. That problem is basically solved by the very simple fact that once you start leveling up a lot of your skills, you are able to move again. So the rooting was bothering you, we'll get over it, because after a few levels, you'll get it back. So view it as a sort of like integration into learning your skills. Then there's Guild v Guild. What is Guild v Guild? Well, I think it applies into the political system later on, but essentially you can declare war on an enemy guild. You have 24 hours to collect points in PvP and gain these points to grow and to win the war. After 24 hours, it's done. It's awesome. It's fun. Participate in it. But there is some questionable situations to the entire game's PvP system. For instance, group PvP. If your teammate attacks somebody, you don't instantly turn red with them. You've got to turn red as well yourself. This can be a problem and can lead to so many things. I think if you are in a group, your teammate turns red, it should turn the entire team red. The other question is these Guild v Guild battles. Does the size of the guild matter? It didn't say anything. The system we have no clue on, but say you have 50 and your enemy guild has 10. It's going to be a lot easier for you to get those kills now, isn't it? And let's look at the political world PvP. What are we talking about political world PvP? Well, I don't have a clue on what's going on, so I really want to know. And the final thing is the channels limit people. You don't run into too many people because of the channels, so we want to see what's going on. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to end it here, though, and we are going to talk more on TERA PvP as time goes on over the betas every 2 weeks. So join me. Follow me on Twitter at jkkennedy26 or go to my website at justingaming.com. I will be providing more footage for you over time. Thank you for joining me today and have a good day.